Good evening, Saints fans. This evening, we would like to begin, prior to our game, a celebration of the class of 2023. This evening, we will be honoring our senior cheerleader, managers, and players. Our first honoree tonight is cheerleader Jaden Green. Jaden is being accompanied by her mom, Cheryl. She's done cheerleading in high school as well as playing field hockey at IAAM. She's a member of the National Honor Society. After graduation, she plans on working towards getting a PhD in medical research. Congratulations, Jaden. Our next honoree tonight is cheer and basketball manager, Sana Tucker. Sana is supported by her mom, Danielle, dad, Larry, and brothers and sisters, Theon and Sage. She participated in soccer her freshman year at IND and cheer her junior year at Concordia. She's also been a manager for the volleyball team this year. After graduation, she plans on becoming a nail technician and running her own salon while also becoming a cheer coach. Congratulations, Sana. Our next honoree this evening is Camille Simons. Camille's been accompanied by her mom, Nicole, and brother, Kamari. Throughout high school, she's been a student ambassador, National Honor Society, was on the STEP team at IND. She's gone to Goucher for a summer writing workshop, has participated in a nonprofit organization partnership with Baltimore City Fire Department, and is a part of the Lacrosse Leadership Council. She played basketball at IND and she's played varsity lacrosse for 4 years. After high school, she will be going to Alderson Broaddus University where she will play lacrosse, and she plans on majoring in business and potentially becoming a sports agent. Congratulations, Camille. Now we will honor our senior basketball players. Our first honoree tonight is number 2, Paige Bailey. Paige is being accompanied by her mom, Maria, dad, John, and brother, Tyler. She's played soccer, basketball, and lacrosse here at Concordia. One of her favorite memories is making it to the championship for basketball her freshman and junior year. After graduation, she plans to go to college to study sports management and be involved with the college teams. Congratulations, Paige. Our next honoree tonight is number 3, Kyla Snipes. Kyla has been accompanied by her mom, Vanessa, and her IMG classmates, Emily Snyder, Nadia Farrell, Gabby Johnson. She played 4 years of varsity soccer, 3 years of varsity basketball, and has run track for 3 years as well. Her favorite memories were winning the big game at IND her freshman year and making it to the championship last year. After her graduation, she will be going to Stevenson University where she will play soccer and run track, and she plans to study environmental science. Congratulations, Kyla. Our next honoree tonight is number 10, Brianna Taylor. Brianna is accompanied by her mom, Cheryl, and dad, Severn. She's played basketball all 4 years, and she plans on playing lacrosse in the spring. She is a member of the Honor Roll. She was named Defensive Player of the Year for her AAU team, and she's also a student ambassador. After graduation, she plans to study engineering or architecture, and she also plans to start a real estate career. Congratulations, Brianna. Our next honoree tonight is number 12, Gabby Snelser. Gabby has played lacrosse for a year and 4 years of soccer and basketball at Concordia. Sorry about that. She's also the NHS president. She's had the Rensselaer Medal, and she's also been awarded the Bosch and Lomb Science Award. After graduation, she plans on going to Dickinson College, where she will play basketball and study biology and data analytics. Congratulations, Abby. Our next honoree tonight is number 14, Caitlin Osborne. Katie's student mom, Caroline Gascott. She's also a member of the National Honor Society and has played volleyball, soccer, basketball, and softball here at Concordia Prep. In college, she plans on getting her degree for teaching elementary school, and she would also like to get her master's as well. Congratulations, Caitlin. Our next honoree tonight is number 15, Corey Barnes. Corey is a certified mom. Corey is a student and neat. She's played basketball for 4 years in college. Favorite memories were winning 8 conference championships while she was a student at St. Francis. After graduation, she will be playing basketball at Fort Valley University College, and she will major in media. Congratulations, Corey. Our last honoree this evening is number 24, Haley Ford. Haley is accompanied by Shelly, by John, by Paul, by Beth, and brothers Christian, Brian, and Hayden. She's played soccer and basketball while in lacrosse. She was an all-conference junior soccer player. She made all-conference for her first 3 years for basketball, and she won a championship with the soccer team her freshman year. She's a member of National Honor Society and a chaplain of FCA. After graduation, she will be attending the University of Albany, where she will play basketball, and she's still undecided on a major. Congratulations, Haley. Let's all give one giant round of applause for the class of 2023. Good evening, Saints fans, and welcome to the LAC for today's IAAM matchup between the Admirals of Severn School and your Concordia Prep Saints. Before we begin, we would like to start, as we start all things, in prayer. Heavenly Father, you have created us to strive for the best. Grant to all athletes, coaches, officials, and fans strength to pursue excellence during this event and in all that we do. We pray for the safety of all participants, protect them from injury and harm. And finally, we pray for your grace that you would provide us with the needed endurance to pursue our heavenly prize, eternal life in your Son. Amen. And now, please join me in honoring America with the playing of the national anthem. Thank you. This week, the IAAM and the MIAA have a joint sponsored initiative known as Thank a Ref Week. Concordia Prep is extremely grateful and appreciative of all the contributions of all the referees that we work with throughout the year. Tonight, we would like to honor today's two referees. Our first referee of the evening is James Erie III. James has been a ref for 20 seasons. Covering several sports, basketball is his favorite to ref. His favorite memory was reffing a high school regional final. He wants people to know that he's enjoyed being a part of the game and watching the youth compete. He's currently coached and reffed 2 players that have ended in the NBA. Thank you, James. Our next referee tonight is Peyton Mitchell. Peyton has been a referee for 22 years. He's reffed football, lacrosse, and baseball in addition to basketball. His favorite thing about being a ref is helping kids, and he wants people to know that they are always looking for people to join the ranks and be referees. Thank you, Peyton. And now, for today's starting lineups. First, from the visiting Admirals. A senior, number 10, Madison Tryon. A senior, number 12, Madison Vernon. A junior, number 24, Nyela Josu. A senior, number 25, Megan Murphy. And a senior, number 33, Emma Ripley. And now, for the starting lineup for your Concordia Prep Saints. A senior, number 2, Paige Bailey. A senior, number 10, Brianna Taylor. A senior, number 14, Caitlin Osborne. A senior, number 15, Corey Barnes. And a senior, number 24, Haley Ford.
Hello and welcome to Concordia Prep as we are here at a packed gym here for the IAAM B Conference Showdown between Concordia Prep Saints and the Severn Admirals. My name is Paul Peruca and I am here with Peter Kauser. Peter, we're back together after your one-game hiatus out of the booth here. And,
it's fitting at a Christian school that Peter and Paul bring you the action tonight. Yeah. And we got John over here running the camera for us with AC Sports. So, again, if you're watching for the first time with AC Sports, you haven't hit that subscribe button, please do so. You can stay up with all the local sports. But, yeah, this gym is packed. We have senior night, lots of excitement. You're a dad of one of these, players. We got a lot of seniors to talk about tonight, but we got a game to play in the midst of all that.
And it's a huge game for both teams, right? So for the Saints, we're right now in 5th place. Our game on Monday against NDP will decide 4th, 5th place. But for Severn, if they win our next 2 games and Friends loses next 2 games, they're in the playoffs. So big game right here, and the ball's going to go to Severn to start.
And Corey Barnes, I think the adrenaline is pumping because she took that shot from about 24 feet to start this game. The Saints already putting some full court pressure on the Admirals.
And I like to see this right here, yeah. So here comes Severn trying to bring the ball down the court. Saints going ahead and putting up that pressure. And this is Madison Vernon with the shot. It does not go. Haley Ford to rebound, and the Saints are looking to run here. And I always say this, I like the quicker tempo here with the Saints. Out to Paige Bailey, and the 3 does not go. Haley Ford fights for the ball, does not get the rebound, and it's going to come right back out to Severn. And this is Naila Jasu coming down with the ball. Severn working the ball around the perimeter here. Saints are playing a relaxed man right there. We have an outside shot, does not go. Haley Forth, another rebound. Looking out to Corey Barnes, and she passes over, and that does not go right there by Caitlin Osborne. Rebound by Severn, and that's number 10, Madison Tryon. She's a senior for the Admirals. We get the ball inside. Big block right there by Haley Ford. And that's Bree John. Here comes Corey Barnes with the shot, and it goes.
That should help everybody relax a little bit. The first 2 shots the Saints took were long. The adrenaline's pumping. Haley's had a couple nice defensive rebounds there. A block shot led to some transition points.
And this is a big game, too, for the Saints, too. We're coming off 3 really tough games back to back to back against St. Mary's, Gerstel, and St. Tim's. Unfortunately, all 3 were losses, but, I mean, we're still in great position for a run at the championship here. And there's Corey with the outside shot, does not go, and the ball is going to go off Severn, it looks like, and it's going to stay here with the Saints. And that's one of the things about Haley, one of our seniors, too, fights for every loose ball underneath.
Saints come in 9-3 in the conference. They've dropped their last 3, but to 3 really good teams, the ones right in front of them. 17-5 overall. Severn 3-9 in conference, as you mentioned, fighting for that last play-in spot, and 9-12 overall.
And Haley Ford with the shot does not go, and we should mention that so Haley's one of the seniors, and we want to kind of highlight the seniors during this game. Haley is 34 points away from being the all-time scorer here at Concordia Prep. She broke the 1,000-point mark.
Seems like it was yesterday when that happened. Just a couple months ago.
And now we have a mark of 1360 that was set by Sue Berry in 1984. And coming into this game, Haley is 34 points away. We have 2 regular season games to go and a first-round playoff game for sure. So more than likely, the record will be broken. May not happen tonight, though. Good defense by the Saints. The shot does get up. They called a shot clock violation. I think the shot was off before that buzzer went off there. But either way, the Saints got the rebound, and they're going to just take possession here anyway.
Haley wants credit for that board. Yeah. She worked hard for that.
And the Saints were looking to run.
And they were.
So here comes Brianna Taylor bringing the ball down. Out to Paige Bailey. Slow pace here a little bit. Here's Caitlin Osborne inside, and the basket by Caitlin. And Caitlin has had a much bigger role with this team this year also. So the Saints have 7 senior players and a team manager. So unfortunately for Coach John, he was not able to start all 7 seniors, obviously. We have 2 other ones who are getting ready to check in right here, in Kyla Snipes and Gabby Smeltzer. Gabby has been a starter on this team. Corey taking it right to the basket. And we got a 6-0 lead right here for the Saints. We got a quick timeout by Severn here as they try to regroup. So let's talk during these timeouts and, between quarters. Let's try to hit on these seniors. So, we started with Haley talking about the points. I'm a little biased here. I am Haley's dad. What's your view on Haley as, not from the basketball perspective, but just as a person? You are the pastor here at the school. I mean, what's your relationship with Haley?
So I got here in January of 2020, and immediately when I came out to a basketball game, I saw her on the court as a freshman, and I thought, leader. You could just tell, even so young on a team at that point. And she's been one of our key leaders with Fellowship of Christian Athletes, and selfless, determined, poised, all those things, and strong faith. And she'll be missed here next year, but I know Albany's getting a real gift.
We're very excited. That's in and out right there. That's shot by Madison Tryon. Gabby Smeltzer with the rebound. So Gabby, another one of our seniors, she's been hurt. Gabby got hurt during the St. Mary's game, and this was Coach John's strategy. This is Gabby's first game back. He wanted to get Gabby into the game, but he can't risk another injury leading into the home stretch here, going into the playoffs. So his plan was just to get Gabby in for a few minutes and to get her out. I don't know if that timeout was to get her out of the game.
She might be trying to talk her way into staying on the court a little bit.
Right. But he had told me before the game that Gabby was only going to see really a few seconds of play here. But she's coming back out on the court.
Senior number 3, Kyla Snipes. And senior number 12, Gabby Smeltzer.
She's going to try and give it a go for a little bit longer.
And I think watching her run, I think you can see that she still doesn't look totally healed. Here comes Haley Ford out to Gabby. Gabby with the shot. It does not go. And there's a rebound right there by Emma Ripley, who is a senior here for Severn.
Saints have looked really good defensively here in the early going. There you can see another steal, but they're limiting them to one shot when they get one, and it's usually late in the shot clock as well.
Here comes the ball outside to Corey Barnes with a 3, and it goes.
Well, she's taken a couple of those early and been long. That one she took in rhythm, and she nailed it.
So Corey's been on fire here early. Is that 7 points that she has early?
She's got 7 early.
She has 7 early. Good defense right there.
She's about to get 9.
And there's the basket. The Saints are looking really sharp right here. So, Peter, this is one of the things we have seen. I don't want to say a pattern with the Saints, but we've jumped out to some lead before without really being able to put some teams away, letting teams come back. The team looks like they're playing a little bit differently today.
Yeah, they do. And, they won 9 straight, then lost 3 straight, 3 tough battles. And then to come out here tonight and start the way they do is huge, to just build their confidence again. You want to build momentum towards the playoffs. Obviously, they've got a huge game on Monday, and so to come out tonight, make a statement early, and you want to keep your pedal to the metal, as they say, and keep that going for 4 quarters tonight, because guess what? Monday, they're going to need 4 good quarters, and then the playoffs, obviously, you can't take a quarter off.
And I love the pressure the Saints are putting on. There's a steal that goes over to Kyla Snipes. And here comes Kyla down the court. Kyla puts it up. It does not go. Haley Ford to rebound. Haley puts it out to Corey. And his shot does not go. And Gabby does not get it up and in.
Yeah, Corey actually passed up that 3 there to set Osborne up, but it got blocked. But Gabby, obviously moving right into position, had an opportunity there, just didn't get it to fall.
And right there was a shot by Naila Jasu, and that does not go. And over to Caitlin Osborne, there's some contact, no foul, but the basket goes, and we have a 13-0 Saints lead here.
And again, they're only allowing 1 shot at the defensive end, if that, because they've probably stolen on half the possessions, and the other half they've taken some wild shots. A couple good looks, but nothing's fallen yet for the Admirals.
And this is a good game for the Saints. You know, like I said, they've come off 3 really tough games, the top 3 teams in the conference in a week's time, and it's good to have this game. Now we have a big game against NDP, and then we have the playoffs, right? So our first round playoff game, most likely 99% chance, is going to be against NDP. It's going to be a rematch. We don't know where it's going to be. It's going to be a 4-5 matchup, either at NDP or at Concordia. That will be decided on Monday. Then we're going to go to St. Mary's if we win that game, which is a very tough place to play. I mean, if you've ever been out there, the stands are right onto
they're right
the court.
there.
And their student section is great, and it's what you want in a matchup. And right there, we have a foul. I did not see
Caitlin Osborne.
It was on Caitlin Osborne. That's her first.
So Emma Ripley's going to get a chance to finally get Severn on the board. Charnay Hunt talking to one of her players there. It's been a frustrating first quarter for them, but they're, again, like you said at the top, they're playing for something because they are trying to sneak into that 10th spot, into the play-in game, into the playoffs.
And they have a real shot because Friends, the team that they're chasing, has St. Tim's and St. Mary's to play, 2 of the better teams in the conference. So they have a real shot here. And it does not go. And one of the things, too, we talked about, if you remember the Delaney game, we jumped up to a huge lead. But then once Delaney broke the ice, they were comfortable. And I think that's what Severn needs right here. They need to get that first basket in. So the Saints are going to stay in the full court press, which I like. You know, they're going to need this type of pressure during the playoffs, and I like seeing them work on this. Good pressure right there by Kyla. Kyla and Paige putting the pressure on. Ball goes inside right there. And there's a shot by Layla F. Does not go.
Again, just one shot. We get the rebound, and here we roll again with a minute left in the first quarter.
Ball goes out to Kyla. Over to Corey. Out to Paige Bailey. Paige with the 3, and it's just a little off. Haley Fordo to rebound. Back out to Corey. Corey will take the 3, and it goes.
Huge first quarter. That's her second 3.
It's a big senior night here
She's
for
got
Corey.
12 of the 16 in the first quarter.
You know, one of the things I noticed, too, about Corey, when her shot's on, it's on.
I was giving her a hard time earlier during the day because all of the seniors had sashes that said seniors. And I told her, I said, you got to wear that during the game tonight.
And there's a shot right there by Madison Vernon. That's a 2 to get Severn on the board. So we got a 16-2 game right here. 16 seconds to go. Let's see if the Saints hold it for one shot. We always talk about this. It never seems to happen.
No.
Let's see if we can pull it out for one. It's
not when you're hot.
Happen.
Not when you're hot.
Corey again. Corey Barnes with another 3. And it is 19-2. All right, Peter.
She might need to ice down the elbow in between quarters. 19-2, and she's got 3 threes. She's got 15 in the game.
So we're going to talk about the seniors now, so we might as well talk about Corey, right? I mean, let's talk about Corey Barnes here. So Corey has been a huge addition to this team. Corey is going to be playing at the next level next year down in Georgia, I believe. And Corey is a great all-around player. She has size. She can handle the ball. She can drive to the basket, and she has that outside shot, which we're seeing today. What do you know about Corey? You know, in the classroom or just in the school? I mean, what's your experience with Corey?
I've watched her grow. She's quiet, but you know, kind of like we saw here on the court. Like it's kind of this simmer, and then all of a sudden she just kind of comes alive. Corey, you know, I tell you what, she's one of the most talented basketball players I've seen here in my 3 years at Concordia. She's also one that, you know, like a lot of them, you get down on yourself. She's battled through some adversity, but man, like we just saw here on the court, I mean, she's extremely talented. She'll be another one that next year Coach John's going to go, oh man, I don't have someone that quite gives me what Corey brings when she's on the floor.
And was it last year or the year before where she missed most of the year with injury?
Yeah. Well, that's what I mean with the adversity. And you know what? It's good to see her smiling. I call her out sometimes at school because she just has this kind of stoic look on her face. But she's playing loose tonight. And I tell you what, the basket looks huge right now. It's like a peach basket, and you're throwing BBs into it the way she came out here in the first quarter. So she's going to run the point on this first possession of the second quarter. Page with a cut there. Nice jump in front there by Severn, but a step out of bounds as Valerie Wall got that steal. We got Kyla Snipes, Haley Ford, Corey Barnes, Paige Bailey, and Caitlin Osborne on the floor. All seniors here for Concordia Prep. When we were watching you guys all walk on the floor, nice move by Haley. She gets her first bucket.
Drive, and she grabs her elbow. It looks like they may have
both. I think she got a elbow to the face as Haley went up.
Yeah.
So I think she's bleeding from the elbow a little bit. So they'll take care of her.
Walsh-Charger?
Yeah.
Who's going to go out? Yeah, number 11 for Severn.
Calling in Olivia Dixon duty. Olivia's worked really hard with all our teams in all seasons, but during basketball, she has not had many moments of being quiet over there as our trainer.
It looks like both girls are bleeding.
So she got hit in the face. So they're going to have to get attention, and this game is going to be held up a little bit.
And you hate to see any of this happen.
Yeah. That was a good, hard basketball move, and she got caught flat-footed on that shot, and Haley came right into her.
And, for all the injuries that we see during games, that looked like such an innocent play down there, but just hitting on the wrong spot here. It looks like she's going to actually leave the gym.
Yeah, I think she might have got a tooth or two knocked loose.
And that's what I got to assume, yeah.
So we're going to pray all is okay.
You hate to see this.
And again, that's a freshman, Mary Walsh-Ludger. She's going to go get Olivia, because I don't think Olivia Dixon even saw what had happened to the other player. Haley ran right to her. So Olivia's going to get double duty there, checking on Mary before they decide what they're going to do. So, and Coach Charnay Hunt right there, too. So it's going to take a second, but they had to clean up the floor.
And Haley looks like she's fine over there.
She had immediate concern for her opponent there, too, because that's, again, when we talk about these seniors, every one of them, they're just they're caring people. They work really hard. They're competitive. But, we talk all the time in FCA about making sure you're putting value in anybody you interact with. And right there, Haley was immediately concerned for her opponent. So 21-2 is our score. And again, we mentioned on the top, Haley got her 1,000th point early in the year. She's now sees in sight the opportunity to be the all-time women's basketball leader in points. She's got 1329, 1360 is what Sue Berry hit in 1984. And there's a beautiful shot.
Great drive
by Brianna Taylor with her first two. So 4 different Saints in the scorebook as they extend the lead now to 21.
And I tell you, Brianna had really stepped up her game this year. She's always been a good player, but she has really become a focal point of this team this year. With her scrappy defense, she's not afraid of anything. She'll never back down, and you can always count on her to give everything she has.
Valerie Wall is going to go to the line. They caught Kyla Snipes with that foul. First one's good.
So it looks like our AD, Freddie Newman, who was named AD of the year recently, she's playing trainer over here now too. She's looking after Haley. It looks like they're switching all around. And here comes Olivia.
So 1 of 2 on the free throws. Paige just lost the handle on that. So it's picked up by number 12. Madison Vernon, and she swings it for a three-pointer for Madison to try on. And maybe that's a little jolt for the Admirals as they cut it to 17, 23-6. They've tied up the Saints in this quarter 4 apiece.
And if you are Severn, you can only do one possession at a time here, right? I mean, you play defense. You try to cut into this lead. I think at this point your goal is to be in single digits by halftime.
Yep, you just got to start gradually getting back into this, and that's the way you do it. She pulled up. You know what? She hit that three a moment ago, and Coach John's not real happy with that. She just hit a three, and then you allow her to have an uncontested three, and the lead is cut to 14. So don't think for a minute, and particularly when you see one of your players go out, that they're not going to try and rally a little bit as well. And they did all that with their head coach really focused on, as she should be, her injured player. And so they just went out and played. And sometimes that's what this team, a team needs, is just go out and play basketball, forget what happened in the first quarter, win this quarter. Well, I can't remember how many times I've said that as a basketball coach. Just go win the quarter. And so right now Severn's trying to do just that after trailing by 17 after one. They've cut it to 14, so they've trimmed a little bit off the lead.
And that's a tough thing as a coach too, right? You jump out to, I believe it was a 21-2 or 21-4 lead. You pull off the press a little bit, right? You pull off the full court press, but here now Severn is hitting a couple shots, and it's now just a 14-point game where, a steal and another basket, and it's a ball game again.
Corey Barnes, tell you that man has tightened up a little bit. Paige finds herself inside with nowhere to go, and it's going to be a jump ball. It's going to stay the Saints' way with 9 on the shot clock.
That was Madison Tryon tying that up again after her couple three-pointers.
Breonna Taylor with two very different-looking shoes. Man, I bet she's got another. I wonder if she's got another pair at home just like it. If I did that with my size 15s, I would blind everybody in the gym.
It's easy to pick her out on the court, though.
Absolutely.
You're going to be able to find her. The funny when during COVID, when Haley was playing AAU during that time, we would always, so a lot of times the cameras would be automatic feeds from farther away with no commentators at these tournaments. We would have her always wear the bright pink shoes so we could pick her out on the court.
That's the way to do it.
Yeah. Because a lot of times there'd be overhead cameras and stuff like that.
That's great.
They didn't have John Miller there videoing all the games with close-ups.
A couple girls go down there. Tell you what, Tryon is really battling. She missed that shot. And Taylor's going to clear for the Saints. It's been a little bit quieter offensively for the Saints. That shot's missed, rattled around. Look out. Kyla's coming from behind. And that shot's going to fall. No, it's not. It goes around and out. I thought it was going to go down. It was nice and soft. And the Saints will set up in the half court.
And Corey has slowed down with her shooting a little bit here in the second. Good drive right there to pick up the foul.
They're going to catch Valerie Wall with the foul.
Yeah. So just to continue on here, so Breonna Taylor, right? And we were talking about her, another one of our seniors. So Breonna comes to the team, and she is the definition of a scrappy player. She will give you everything. She's a great basketball player. But, I mean, she is the one who will make that sneaky steal. She's the one who will run down any player. And she's going to give you all she has. She runs point for this team. She drives to the basket. So, watching Breonna play, she is such a big part of this team. And as I kick it back to you, what's your experience with Breonna on the school side?
She brings a lot of energy to everything that she does. She makes both free throws there. And you see some players too. Like, you can tell she's not hunting after stats. She wants to make her team better. She'll do whatever it takes. She'll dive for a loose ball. So the lead is back up to 16. Paige Bailey working hard right there on Tryon. Tryon pulls up, and Paige is going to get caught for that foul.
So it's like Madison Tryon is really trying to step up right here to get Severn back into the game.
Yeah, she's hit the 2 threes this quarter. They only have 3 field goals. And when you're trailing, the best way to come back is to score points when the clock's not moving. And so these free throws, unfortunately so far, they're 1 for 5. And so this game could be a lot closer. You just make some free throws on the Saints side. Breonna Taylor hit both for us just a moment ago. And we're traditionally a very good free throw shooting team. And so that makes us hard to come back on when you get a nice lead, because teams will start to take some chances and commit some fouls, and this is a team that will continue to make free throws down the stretch. See now a non-senior enters the game as Cam Callahan is out there.
And Alira Penn.
And Lyra Penn.
Lyra Penn, there we go.
Is also out there, a junior. Cam, a freshman.
Who are going to be two key parts of this team next year.
Absolutely. It's a good sign. Haley Ford back at the scorer's table after getting taped up and getting that elbow looked at.
You know, Cam really brings the team a lot of height out there that they can use. Big board right there by Cam.
Yeah, you know, with some of the injuries over the last few weeks, Cam's gotten a little more time on the floor, and she's made the best of it and seems to be even more and more comfortable as the games have gone on. That one she would love to have back. That's one she normally finishes.
Now, Peter, with a 15-point lead here, and if the Saints do extend this leading into the third quarter, with a big matchup on Monday, do you anticipate Coach John maybe pulling some of his starters for the fourth quarter to try to give them some rest as we're, you know, not playing back-to-back, but I mean we're playing on a Friday and playing on a Monday?
I think he would love to be able to clear his bench out in this latter part of this game, but he also needs to make sure they win today. And so, yeah, I would imagine third quarter will look just like the first quarter with folks on the floor who started the game. And right now you want to close this quarter out, this half out, and keep that lead not only in double digits, but keep it, you know, between 15 and 20.
That's Valerie Wall at the line here. She's a freshman here for Severn.
She misses that one. 2 for 4 from the line, and Haley gets another rebound. She's probably got 5 or 6 rebounds already. Callahan takes that three. It's going to be short. Look at the battle inside. We were talking earlier about all the little things that Breonna Taylor does, and she snuck in there, got that rebound, but there is a turnover.
She was up against four Admirals in there, right? It was her, the smallest girl on the court, up against 4 Severn players, and she comes right with the ball.
It sounds much more prestigious when you say up against 4 Admirals.
Okay. Yeah, that's right.
3:03 left to go in the first half. The JV fell to the Admirals in the first game here tonight, but a good battle. It was very close at halftime. In fact, the Saints were leading after the first quarter. Again, the shot clock at 7 before they get a shot, and it doesn't hit anything. It's going to go the other way. So Saints tighten up their defense a little bit after a couple uncontested threes from Tryon. They've gotten stingy.
No, I would like to maybe see for the last 2.5 minutes here the Saints to go back to a little bit of full court pressure. Try to end this half with some momentum here.
Well, we're not getting many shots in transition. I mean, this quarter, we've only scored 6 points. We've been outscored 9-6. It's a nice drive.
And they're going to drop back.
So Alira went hard there, couldn't get it to fall. So they've had a couple layups, just haven't gone down. Corey Bradley getting ready to check in for the first time for the Saints, too. Another key piece moving forward beyond this season.
Yep, she's a junior there with Lyra Penn.
She did our announcements over the loudspeaker at the end of the day today. Did a nice job hyping up this game tonight. Oh, they're going to catch Lyra Penn, I believe. Yep.
So Severn's going to keep possession here. 9 on the shot clock. 2:03 left in the half here. 14-point game.
So 5 team fouls on the Saints. Only 1 so far for the Admirals. Riley Bilger trying to check in. She got a little bit of time on the floor in the JV game tonight.
And, you know, as a coach, when I would coach basketball and not at this level or anything like that, just at the rec level.
Oh, we got a conversation here. Somebody's not in the book.
I bet they don't have her in.
I bet Riley's not in the book. I've been in that world before as a coach on both sides of it. So
now that's going to be a tech, though, right?
It's
going to be
a technical foul, and then you write her in the book.
Yep. Right there, okay.
That's what they got to do.
So going back to the fouls, I was never I never loved when my team would only have 1 foul leading up to the half or something like that. I mean, it's great in stats, but I would want them to play more aggressively, you know, and you know, sometimes it's by the way the refs call the game, but you know, I think you need to see some fouls out there to show that your team is going for the ball, playing physical basketball.
Sure. Naila Jasu misses that. She'll get one more. someone might ask, what's the price to pay to play in a game like this? And it would be 2 technical fouls or 2 shots. So
now
she makes
Riley's
1 of 2, and now Riley can come in. So 25-12. The Saints have been outscored 10-6 here in the second quarter.
I would say, just watching the game, it feels like we have dominated the game, but then you look at the scoreboard, it's only a 13-point game.
Yeah, these last 2 minutes of the half are going to really set a tone heading into halftime. See if the Saints can make a little run here. Riley gets a hand on it there, tries to work for the steal, knocks it out of bounds. Yeah, the Saints won, like you said earlier, they're not getting out running. Pulling that full-court pressure off has slowed this game down for them. Oh, nice job by Haley. She poked it right back to the person out of bounds. It looked like an old Harlem Globetrotters play right there.
And if you watch, good battle underneath between Alira and Valerie Wall as they were battling for position down there.
Oh, there's Haley on the cut. Beautiful pass from Cam. So that's 4 for Haley, 27-12, minute 30 left to go in the half, and that was smooth. They ran the offense to perfection right there, just a little give and go.
Let's see if we can close this out on a little run here.
And this is great experience for the 2 freshmen in the game, working with Corey Bradley, and then the 2 seniors. Or I'm sorry, just the only senior out there right now is Haley. So you're seeing a lot of the future with kind of the court general and Haley Ford out there. And they're doing a nice job of running the offense. A little scooping in for Cam.
Left-handed right there. Very nicely done.
So that's her first basket. And we've got 6 Saints in the scorebook here this evening.
We're down to a 17-point lead
so
here.
Right there with 2 minutes left, we said let's see if they can put a little run together. They've scored 4 in the first minute of that 2 minutes, and now they're out running. Alira looked a little surprised on that transition. They're going to set up the offense here. Haven't seen anybody really posting up yet here tonight.
No.
Haley's going to pull up from the elbow and hit
Good
that.
shot right there. So how many is that for Haley?
She's got 6 tonight, so she's at 13:33. She needs 27 to tie.
So Peter, all I'm saying is the shot clock is off.
Shot clock is off.
I'm not saying anything else. They never hold for the last shot when I bring it up.
But you know what? She took that in rhythm. I would have no problem with as a coach taking it in rhythm. So they end on a 6-0 run, and would you believe it? They were up by 17 after 1. They extended to 19 after 2. So good job by the Saints. They kind of a little sleepwalking through the early stages of that second quarter, but we sit 31-12 here at the half. We'll take a little break here at halftime. We'll come back for the second half in about 10 minutes.
All right, I'll see you then. Okay, we're back here for the third quarter with a 31-12 Saints lead. And Peter, what do you think Coach John's thought is? You think you come out here in the third and you try to even put a little bit more separation and you see what happens?
Yeah, I think they come out with some of that intensity we saw in the first quarter and try in these first 2 or 3 minutes to really establish themselves again. Amazingly, they ended up winning that second quarter 12-10 to extend that lead. You know, Corey Barnes had that huge first quarter, 15 points, didn't score at all after that, but some real balanced scoring happened for the Saints down the stretch of the second quarter as that three is missed to start the half for the Admirals.
There's Breonna Taylor with the rebound, bringing it down here for the Saints, looking to run. Right out to Cam Callahan, and it goes. Big basket right there by Cam Callahan, who's a freshman.
They're going to have a little delay of game warning there as you got to let the ball just fall through the net. A little different lineup here for Coach John coming out at the half with Callahan on the floor. And you know, she didn't start this game. They started 5 seniors, but you see her, you see Alira Penn. And then you do see those seniors, that senior leadership out there with Taylor, Osborne, and Ford.
Yeah, I think Gabby is finished for today. Looks like she's icing her ankle. I know Corey Barnes put in quite a few minutes over there and in the first half, and now she's taking a break here to start the second.
I think they caught Cam Callahan with that foul. That's her second.
Now, if you're a Severn coach, what's your strategy here? Once again, just trying to chip into it little by little here? Because, you know, I mean, this is a must-win game for them. And there's a three right there. And that's Madison Tryon. That's her third three of the game?
She's got 10 in the game, and I think right now, based off of the first couple times down the floor, is we're going to shoot from long range, try and get them a little momentum so they match that three from Callahan. And the lead, though, is still 19.
Here the Saints working the ball around the perimeter. Alira Penn out to Haley Ford. Severn in a man-to-man. Haley Ford to shot, and it goes.
Little step back two from just inside the arc. And so she's got 8, but she's really heating up. She hit 4 points there in the last 90 seconds or so of the first half. So she's got 8, Barnes with 15, and then we've got several Saints with 4, Penn, Taylor, and Osborne, and then Callahan now with 5 in the game.
That was one of the few times I've seen Severn look to take the ball inside in their half-court offense. And Haley with the 3, in and out, but Callahan with the rebound, up and in. And we got a whistle and a foul. So Cam Callahan's going to go to the line and try to complete the three-point play here.
Valerie Weil with her second. And they've only got 2 team fouls in the game. She's got them both. But a nice job there by the Saints. They worked for some second chance opportunities. And there on that miss from Haley Ford, which looked good. Cam Callahan right there.
And the shot goes. So we got a 23-point lead, a 24-point lead right now for the Saints, 39-15.
Callahan on the floor playing in many ways where Corey Barnes would be out there. So maybe this is her quarter to have a huge night. She's already got 6 here in the first 2 minutes of the quarter.
And I would expect with this lead, if this lead stays, that Coach John's going to want to get his starters out of the game. Good cut right there and a good feed by Cam Callahan to Haley Ford.
That's twice she's done that with Haley tonight.
We have a timeout. So, Peter, let's go ahead and Coach is not too happy with her team right now. Let's go over and keep the trend here with the seniors. So we have Paige Bailey. So when Coach John was going over trying to figure out how do I start 7 players when I want to start all my seniors, you know, he said, I'm probably going to have to start with the 3 girls who were with me all along, Paige, Haley, and Gabby. So Paige has been a 4-year starter, not a 4-year starter, but a 4-year player on the varsity basketball team. She plays soccer also. And, you know, just a very athletic girl and handles the ball well, has a great outside shot. What's your experience with Paige outside of basketball?
Yeah, her locker is one of the first ones I see when I walk down that hallway where all the seniors are. She's right there on the left side. She's just got spunk. I mean, Paige she's just fun. Like, you can tell she's liked by everybody. She's one that just brings a smile to everybody's face. She doesn't take herself too seriously. And again, you know, her three-point shooting in some of these games this year has really been the spark when perhaps at times our offense has struggled in the half court. She hits a couple threes, kind of like Corey did here tonight, and that's kind of been her thing here at Concordia.
So now Severn takes possession again, and that's Layla Epps right now with the ball.
Biggest lead of the game,
outside.
by the way, biggest lead of the game thus far for the Saints.
And Severn now passing the ball outside. And once again, this is Layla working the ball around. And we have a travel right there. So good defense right there by Severn.
It was hard to tell if she picked up her plant foot or not there, but the referee had a better view of it than we did. And now he's making sure she doesn't get called for a delay of game. It's a pretty extended conversation there.
Yeah. All right, so here come the Saints, 41-15 lead. Just the type of game I think that Coach John was hoping for leading into the NDP game and leading into the playoffs. And right there, the ball stolen. And that is Layla Epps coming down with the possession. So Layla is getting a lot of playing time here for Severn. She's a freshman, so looking to build around her.
Severn doing a little bit more in the half court now, not just throwing up the first three they get, but trying to run the offense a little bit. And, you know, they got another couple games left. And so opportunity for them to still battle to get that last play-in spot in the playoffs. And so I imagine Coach is saying, let's work on some things. Don't worry about the score. Let's run the offense.
There's the ball goes out of bounds on Haley Ford. And Severn's going to take possession here.
We got a new camera person over here, don't we? Maggie?
Yes.
Doing a good job.
Yeah. I don't know. So John, working the family into this business. I was going to say,
you tell your dad, it's not that hard.
Yeah.
It's not that hard. Maggie, one of our many students here getting ready for the spring musical,
Yes.
Hairspray.
Yep.
It's on my list to watch a version of it. I've never watched the musical, but I feel like I should have a little clue before the end of April here when that rolls around. We actually got a baseball player that's going to be in the pep band. I was meeting with Miss White today to make sure we can figure out in the midst of baseball season how Jake can do what he needs to do with that.
Rebound right there by Lear Penn.
One of the things I love about Concordia Prep is students involved in multiple things.
So many things to do. I got the Haley Ford. Over to Lear Penn, who's going to drive between two defenders, and we got the foul. So are we able to get Maggie on the mic here, John, so she could tell us about a little bit about the play? Oh, we got a big head shake right there. No? Okay. So here come the Saints. 3:34 left here in the third. And we got a 41-15.
Look at Osborne muscle that up.
Osborne taking it up and in, does not go.
She wanted that foul call, too. Did you see how she shrugged her shoulders there?
The reaction, yes.
I've been there, Caitlin. You work hard to grind inside and get that basket. There's a wholesale changes coming for the Saints at the next dead ball. There's 5 Saints sitting there ready to come in.
Oh, we have a basket right there. That is Madison Vernon for Severn with the basket. It's a 41-15, and Kaylin Osborne goes down, going to the basket, gets tripped. So she's going to get the foul call. It's just a little too late. One possession too late. But she is going to get to go to the line here.
She kind of slid out of bounds like she's on a slip and slide. That can't feel good on the wood floor. She's going to get 2 free throws out of it.
So, Peter, Caitlin's another one of our seniors here. So, Caitlin's been on this team, basketball team, a few years. I know.
I got to be careful. Her dad's sitting right in front of me.
You got to be careful what you say, right? Never anything bad. You know, I got to spend some time with Caitlin when the seniors were doing their parking drive-in for the State Fair.
Yeah.
Her and her friends came up there, and just great kids, great energy. And, you know, Caitlin, we said this about Brianna, right? Scrappy.
Mm-hmm.
And she will give you everything. She'll be down on that floor going for every loose ball. How much experience do you have with Caitlin off the court?
I've gotten to know Caitlin pretty well. She was on the same youth gathering trip we took to Houston last summer, but was with a group from Kingsville at St. Paul, where we see a number of our students come. Her family moved here during the pandemic, and she came in. I think she was trying to find her way a little bit last year, but this year, we don't have a ton of post players. Haley can play down there, but Haley, you want the ball in her hands on the wing. You want her cutting. And so to be able to have someone like Caitlin's going to do the grunt work, she's going to play people sometimes taller, bigger than she is, but she doesn't back down. She's willing to battle inside and do that hard work. But great family, and she's going to do well in life wherever the Lord would lead her. And she really came along when the Saints needed someone like Caitlin to come and do all the stuff down below under the basket.
And that three does not go, and we just had a foul there on Kyla Snipes, who's another one of our seniors. There's Riley Bilger, who's a freshman, getting some playing time here. And we got a walk called on Riley. So 1:56 left here in the third, 41-17.
They've just kind of inched their way, extending this lead a little more and more. They were up 17 after one, up 19 at the half. They've extended it now to 24. And so the Saints have done everything they needed to do today. They've gotten in their work. A lot of folks have come in and out. They've gotten everybody on the floor that get some time and get some rotation in, but trying to keep people fresh for that big game on Monday. There's a nice play.
The basket goes. That's Valerie Wall, who's a freshman. Gets the basket and the foul. So she's going to go to the line here to try to complete the three-point play.
They caught Corey Bradley with that foul. Again, Monday will be a big game
and
to
we'll
decide
be
home
on the
court.
Road at NDP for that game. And the basket goes for Valerie.
Valerie's been busy at the foul line tonight. She's 3 of 5. She's got 5 points in the game. They're led in scoring by Madison Tryon with 10. The lead now cut back to 21.
And Corey Barnes in the game. Working ball around to Kyla Snipes. Over to Riley Bilger right here. Good pick right there by Kyla to set up the shot. Shot does not go right there for Riley. Good pass inside. And we have a three, and that does not go.
Yeah, Reagan Mahan in the game, number 34 for the Admirals. Got in front of everybody there, but they couldn't quite get it to her in transition. But now she's got the basketball.
Good defense right there by Corey Bradley. And we're going to get a foul right there on Riley.
Yeah, she kind of got tangled up there trying to reach around and get that steal.
So we got 53 seconds left here in the quarter. Severn with possession underneath the basket. Ball goes outside. In the corner, good defense right there by the Saints. And we have a three, and the three does not go. And Riley Bilger with the rebound right there.
She did a good job of not just securing the rebound, but then keeping that ball away from the opposing team there until the smoke cleared and they could bring it down the floor.
Corey Barnes with the three. Everyone was going earlier for her.
Oh, my goodness. That first quarter, I mean, she was unconscious. She missed her first 2 threes, and then I don't think she missed the rest of the quarter on track for 15.
Another good rebound right there by Riley. She's getting good position inside. All right, we got 10 seconds left here.
Go ahead, say it. Say it, Paul.
The shot clock is off.
They can play for one.
Are we going to play for one here? The shot clock is off. No, and we're not.
No, they did. I mean, kind of.
So, Peter, I got to ask you this now. So we got a couple more seniors to talk about, and we'll get to them. So you're from Texas. I see the TCU. Nice run in football.
Yeah, playing well in basketball.
Right. So, and I wonder how things are different in Texas and here. So I'm assuming you grew up in Texas?
I've been there a long time. I was in Chicago until I was 15. So, okay. Yeah, moved there in high school.
So I was thinking about this, watching basketball the other night. Like where did you first start loving basketball? So for me, I can remember watching the Terps, right? College basketball is always more special to me than NBA. I remember the days of Len Bias, Adrian Branch, Lefty Drizel, and it just, I see highlights of it, and it just brings back those memories. And I can remember watching, the games on little black and white TVs up in my mother's bedroom while everybody else is downstairs watching TV.
We're aging ourselves now,
yes,
Paul.
moving the antenna around to get in the station.
The rabbit ears.
But that's where it really grew. Like for you, like, was it college? Was it high school? Like where did you really start, falling in love?
Yeah, I had a Artist Gilmore Chicago Bulls poster in my bedroom. The Bulls were really bad in the late 70s, early 80s. I was a big fan of the college DePaul outside of Chicago. The DePaul Blue Demons, they were known as at the time. They had a young player named Rod Strickland who had a good NBA career.
Yes. Portland? Did he play for Portland?
He did. He did.
Okay.
Yep, had a very good career. They had Mark Aguirre, who had a long NBA career. Terry Cummings, who was also an ordained minister. But, yeah, I played my first year of playing basketball was third grade.
Really?
Nice play there.
Beautiful ball right there. Good ball movement there. And Page with the finish.
But, yeah, my dad was my coach in third grade. We played a little park rec team, and we were 0-7. We wore orange jerseys, and we called ourselves the Orange Crush because we got crushed every time we played.
You weren't crushing anybody?
No, we were getting blown out. But you know what? It made me love the game and work hard, and, I've loved basketball ever since. Probably my favorite sport to play was basketball.
It is such a great sport, and it's just, the game is just so different between college and NBA. NBA is more just an isolated game, I think, and watching it, I think you really just lose track of how good these players really are on that level. But yeah, college is just what I really just fell in love with.
Yep, I love college basketball and went to a lot of games in college at TCU. Continue to follow them, and my boys, especially my youngest one, Jonathan, big fan of the Horned Frogs. So, the Big 12 in basketball. I mean, I know people are probably biased anywhere they come from, but it's about the best basketball in the country right now. I think they've got 6 teams in the top 25.
And here in Maryland, I still have a hard time with the fact that the Terps aren't in the ACC. So when ESPN is having the ACC Big Ten Challenge, I keep wondering, why are we playing another ACC team?
That's right.
But we're not.
Maryland's on a good streak right now, too.
They are.
John and I were talking about that before we went on the air.
They're a very good home team.
Look at Caitlin Osborne
with the 3.
She's got 7 in the game. That's her first 3. She took a couple earlier and didn't get it to fall. So big smile on her face.
And so I know, we got a game to call here, but I don't want to leave any seniors out. So as this game's being played out right here, and we can call some of the action, let's talk. So right there is Kyla Snipes. So Kyla's been on the basketball team a couple years, right there.
Look at her go.
And that is what Kyla's all about, is the hustle.
That's exactly right.
And when I think of Kyla, I mean, she's a great basketball player, but I think of soccer. If you've ever seen Kyla play soccer, she will run down anybody on that defensive wing. So Kyla's going to be going to college to play soccer.
Yes, really my experience with Kyla is watching her play soccer when we're doing some fall baseball workouts. And I remember one time going, who is that? Because it was like everybody else was in slow motion.
She is so quick out there. And, when you're on that wing defensively, you could be on an island, especially if you're up against a very quick player out there.
Sure. Yeah, but you can't fall asleep.
The one thing I like about Kyla, too, is, Kyla is a role player on this basketball team, but you will see her with as much or more energy than anybody when she's on that bench.
Yeah, you love to see that. I was talking about that with Gabby a little bit last week because I know she's frustrated. She hasn't been able to get out there as much in the last week, trying to get healthy here for the stretch run. But, I said, you get to be a teammate in other ways, and that's one thing I really appreciate about this team is whether they're in the game or on the bench, they're all working hard to keep each other focused and up and positive. And, it was a rough stretch here the last week and a half. A lot of expectations on this team. At the B Conference Championship game last year, that's their desire is to get back there and win that game. But through the adversity, I see them having more fun this year. I felt like last year there were stretches where it was heavy. Like the game sometimes just becomes harder to play, and you lose some of that. Well, we talked about earlier, why you play the game. And I've seen a lot more of that fun this year in this team. Corey smiling more. There's a beautiful pass. Look how excited Corey is. She fed Haley, her teammate, got her the nice dish, and Haley put that down. So Haley's got 12 in the game. And I think that bodes well going into Monday and certainly going into the playoffs. They're playing loose. They're having fun. They're remembering, we are a good team. And even though they had a tough stretch, no one's going to want to play them in the playoffs. Even in their home gym, they're not going to want to play them.
And Peter, we've lost 3 in a row to 3 very good teams, but we have to remember this team was Concordia was ranked number 11 in the state at one point this year. So once we start putting it back together, it's going to be a tough team to beat.
Absolutely. Yeah, I had a rough stretch there right before Christmas, and then had that, they're going to catch Haley. They waited for they made that call, but he did make the call, and she did. She extended that arm a little bit. But, they then lost. I'm trying to think the game we saw. Delaney right here before Christmas, yes. And they kind of sleptwalked through it.
Yes.
And then they faced them in a tournament. You even said it when we were live streaming that day. We could see these guys again, and they did, and they totally looked like a different team over Christmas.
Beat them by, I think, 28 the second time out there. Yeah.
And that was part of the beginning of that streak that carried them almost all the way through January. Tell you what, Severn's still battling. It's been a rough go for them tonight. They ran into a team on a very emotional night with senior night, and it's a hard night to come into the gym because they did all the introductions of all of you guys, family, and so forth, and then they had a little extra warm-up time. But this was a Saints team that came out with a lot of adrenaline, missed some shots right off the bat, just that were strong, but then they settled down, and it's been a great team effort here tonight.
The Saints look like they're ready for their run.
You got 5 seniors on the floor right now.
And so we got 4 minutes here, and we got 2 more seniors to talk about, Peter. So we're gonna jump in. So one's a player, one's the team manager.
Ooh, there's a nice 3-pointer there by Madison Vernon.
So we got Gabby Smeltzer. So Gabby's hurt. So Gabby is a big part of the team. 4 years on varsity, team captain. She got hurt against St. Mary's in the second quarter. Who knows what would have happened in that game if Gabby doesn't get hurt. And I know that, we are very close to Gabby and her family. Her and Haley are best friends. Gabby's mother, Nancy, and Shelly are best friends. It's very close, so we know them very well on and off the court. Gabby's very good at soccer. She's going to be playing at Dickinson next year. But also know that Gabby's very involved in the school and involved with New Thing Church, if I'm
yes, she
correct,
is.
right?
Yep, she is, and went on the youth gathering trip with us last summer to Houston, and that was a lot of fun, and got to know her even better there. And again, another one of our leaders with FCA, and has done a great job. I think people probably don't realize the academic world of some of these ladies, and she is one that takes her studies so extremely serious. And my oldest son, Andrew, was in an AP class with a couple of these gals last year, and I know that they just worked extremely hard off the court with all the extracurriculars that they do, getting ready for that AP calculus test, and Gabby's going to do well because she gets it, right? She has the game in perspective. She plays hard when she's here. She works hard in the classroom, and she loves being bold about her faith too.
And and we tend to forget about that sometimes too, right? So they're student athletes, right? Students first. A lot of these kids are taking AP courses, dual credit courses. I'll watch Haley get home from basketball practice. We have one gym here, so all the teams share it. They might have a late basketball practice. She'll get home 7 o'clock at night, take a quick shower, eat something, and then pop the computer open to start her homework. So all these girls are great students, and it's more than just a basketball court for them.
Absolutely, and for those that are going to go on, particularly and play at the next level, I mean that's part of the process as you're talking to colleges. That GPA is very important, and what can you tell us about the student, because they need the student athlete, not just the athlete, the student athlete, and these girls have really represented well as Caitlin Osborne comes off the floor. Last regular season home game. So this may be here in the fourth quarter where we get to see various players take that last time on the court and then come off the court to a little bit of an ovation. There's Haley. That shot's short.
Because honestly, this could be their last home game. I mean, we hope that it's not, but it could be their last home game. So we got 2:38 here, and then we're going to finish up our seniors with Camille Simmons. So Camille's our team manager. She's right over there at the table doing the book like she does all the games. And I tell you, it's a high-pressure job, right? I mean, you got to get the stats right for these coaches. And with Camille, she's a lacrosse player, right? So she's going to be going to college to play lacrosse.
Just had signing day a couple days ago. Yeah,
she did. So do you have much experience with Camille?
I've not had a ton with Camille. I just hear things, and I hear great things. I hear how much a fierce competitor she is. And you see it. I mean, anybody that's going to work as a team manager, they're doing the grunt work so that these girls can shine. And so I know it's much appreciated by this team, the work that she's done. And that's above and beyond being a student, being somebody who's very devoted to her craft with lacrosse. And so I'm excited to see, I'm still, learning lacrosse. I mean, I'm a Texas guy. I didn't see much lacrosse. In Texas. And so I've enjoyed watching our girls. They've been doing workouts in off season while we're out on the baseball field. And so, again, just really excited about the amount of student athletes that are going to be playing at the next level. And Camille is going to be so fun to watch.
And then, Peter, I don't usually do this, right? So we got 1:43 to go. It could be my last telecast here, right, for this year as my daughter as a player. I'll be back next year, though, to sit in with you.
Absolutely.
So one of our friends, Gabe, was a football player last year, is away. I'm sure you know Gabe. Is away at college playing football up in Massachusetts.
Yeah.
He listens to and watches all of our streams. He was at my house last night. He was home for the weekend, and he keeps saying, Paul, you never give me a shout out. You never give me a shout out. Gabe, I'm giving you the shout out right now, my friend.
And as Haley makes 2 free throws, I mean, there you go, right? She's got 14 in the game. So she's sitting just to kind of set it straight as we get ready for Monday. That gives her 13:41, puts her 19 points away from tying Sue Berry.
And we're going to get 2 more right here, maybe.
There you go. Never mind. I'll update what I've got here. I'm glad I'm writing in pencil.
And we're ending with all seniors out here on the court. No, Lyra Penn is out there.
And Cam Callahan trying to get in this game. I'm going to guess Haley's going to get an opportunity to go sit down if we get a break here in the next minute 5. So nice win tonight for the Saints. And she goes into foul so she can get the sub in. That's what that was right there.
And I think Raleigh's going to be checking in also. Maybe we're going to try to be getting the seniors out one at a time to get them their ovations.
Okay, Paige is coming out now. Paige Bailey.
And I would expect there could be some fouling here to get the rest of these girls out. And now Raleigh's going to be checking in.
Mary Pavon at the line, misses that. Haley trying to set up Corey Bradley. Look at that running layup, almost good. Whoa, falling backwards. Corey Bradley with her first bucket. 43 seconds left, Saints up 31.
Yep, Coach Bill's telling the team to foul. I don't know if anybody saw it, but he wants them to foul so that we can get everybody out.
And now they're going to have a chance. Here's the ovation for Haley Ford.
Haley out. Her last regular season home game right here.
Big hug to Gabby as she comes off the floor. They've gotten to play a lot of basketball together. Now they'll be cheering each other on after this season at their respective colleges. So just 7 seconds left.
Very impressive win here for the Saints.
They again, we talked about this at the start. You want to start strong, end strong, continue to extend the lead. They win by 29, and so Monday will be a game to decide if these girls get to come back and play one more on their home court, but of the playoff variety. And I can only imagine how rocking the Lutheran Activity Center would be here if they would get to host that playoff game.
Without a doubt, and I do believe that John will be bringing that game to you, possibly.
Maybe we're praying through that.
If it's a home game.
I will be watching because I will be, I think I'm out of town.
You are,
when that happens on. I don't know. We'll see. I don't know.
So
maybe
this could be our last game.
Well, for
together,
now. For now. I'm never going to say we're done.
We'll see.
You know, we're done when John tells us we're done, right?
So John, once again, we appreciate everything you do, bringing
Absolutely.
Everybody, if you could subscribe to AC Sports and give him a like, and thanks to his daughter Maggie for bringing us the telecast today.
Your dad was like kicked up, had the shoes up on the table here. I mean, just relaxing. No, it's great work, Maggie.
All right, Peter, well, let's hope for a win on Monday, and we'll be back here then in 2 weeks on the 14th.
Great to work with you, Paul.
Thank
Everybody
you.
have a good night tonight. Go Saints!